We're at the end of game week 100, the first game week where I've went out with the Celtic cards, trying to chase down hot streaks, trying to compete in in-season competitions with all the double up and the throwback promotions and everything else that's going on. There was a lot of strategy, a lot of time and a lot of energy pointed towards kicking off of this match day to set ourselves on the hot streak to go up and, grab all the cash that's going and all that good stuff. But I've also been hanging on to a boatload of essence, and I've been waiting to get some essence out of the Challenger League so I can finally do my first crafts of the season. So in the video today we'll have a little bit of game week reward video type stuff, and we will have some giveaway action. We'll be spinning the wheel, we'll be doing all that fun stuff tonight. I'm looking forward to getting right back into the swing of having weekly reward videos coming back out, and I only see them popping off this season with the amount of teams that we've got at a really competitive level now right across Rare, and with all the other kind of game modes and facets that Sorare's got dotted around. I just feel they're going to be a lot of fun this year. I've got some spins set up, we've got some crafting to do, and some other bits and bobs I'm sure we'll get stuck into. But as you can see on screen, these were the primary lineups that we went out looking to try and win some money this weekend on Sorare, and they're all named quite appropriately. We've got the first team, we've got the punchers, and then we've got the reserves, and they kind of all fell into the category that we expected them to. I had to back my hunch this game week. I just couldn't get it out of my mind's eye that Shin Yamada was going to do something for Celtic. Never even got off the bench. But thankfully, we only had to go after the first streak, and thanks to an AJ 100, Captain Tierney did A-OK, and Schmeichel being his best self, we absolutely cantered it in. We got our first $20, which was great. That team finished 111th, basically. It's finished with 515 essence. If you're brand new to Sorare and you've not opened up your account yet, there's a link in the description of the video that'll get you up and running. And all the beginner tutorials are linked in the description as well to teach you the basics and everything. But what essence is like shards. It's like pieces of crystals and whatever. You get enough essence together, you can turn it into a card. And 500 essence, or 515, is more than half of a card. So that's pretty good going, along with some XP. The second team got about half as much essence, and it didn't fall too far behind. It actually had 5 players playing, which was good. But Franz Kratzig, one of the players we've tipped for greatness this year in the division, in the region, got an assist. We were flying, then got a red card. So it was kind of an up and a down one with him, sadly. Fadinger against Rangers didn't do much, and Braga against Aberdeen, again, didn't really do much. And in the reserve team, we got Adam Montgomery to start, which was projected, but I was just nervous around it. But it absolutely backfired. It blew up in our face big time again. Error led to goal. Now, as some of you guys will know, a player that used to be at the club I coached at the same time I was there is now in the SPFL, Keelan Adams, and he was a cheap defender card. I must have bidded on about 5 or 6 of his auctions, and it just always went one bid more than what I had set as my price for it. And he got an assist at the weekend. He dropped in a 65. So well done, Keelan. Gutted I never had him in my team myself, but we need to get a Keelan Adams in for this reserve team at the very least. So first game week, we only need one team to hit the score to get on the streaks. We had 2, and hopefully now that we've had the first match day, we can get a bit more of a sense out of the Celtic strikers, like with Yamada not even featuring. I guess that question mark is kind of put to bed for next week, and coming into next week will be really important for our team selection, our player ID. I've also bought a card as well to reinforce the strategy, although I don't think it will be able to help me as quickly as I would have initially have thought and hoped, but that's perhaps for another day. We had 4 rare SO7 classic all-star lineups. Now, we had a lot of Celtic-centric stuff going on here, and the best Celtic team with Matt Threes in goals here. We had Adamita up front, AJ 100, Carter Vickers, McGregor, Hitate. This team here with Captain Dyson got to 232nd, but again, we're getting about half a card out of this, 515 essence, which is great. The other Celtic team, which did have Ben Negren, had Austin Trusty start on the bench, so he actually was the worst playing defender in the Celtic lineup, but it's mainly because he came off the bench, so no clean sheet bonus or anything. And Negren didn't really make up the difference in the scoring between having AJ in that team and not in that team. So, they did okay, breaking both of them into the top 1,000 with, a good degree of comfort, getting into the high 500 score. We also had what was Team A finishing just about inside the top 1,000, and we're getting about 100 essence for that. The Celtic defence, we had Kaylor Navas in goals. a red card OG situation in the game against Atlanta United in Leagues Cup, so it sincerely could not have went any worse for him. The team actually ended up winning 3-2, would you believe? We had Shaqiri bringing in a 74, we had Wanizek bringing in an 84, we had Neymar on an 87, and James Rodriguez missed a penalty against NYC, which did help Matt Freeze, who we had 3 of across the board here, not only get a clean sheet, but he had a penalty save awarded, which brought him in with 91 points. So he was a key player. He featured in 3 of the teams here. And the team that finished bottom of my 4 here, we had Jordan Larson on Friday night with a decisive. We had Matt Freeze on the 91. And then it was just that Seattle Sounders body didn't turn up, didn't deliver, sadly. They won 2-1. The last game they won 7-0. So they still won, but the decisives and the scores sadly never really fell for us. But I think that's a really good show and a really good outing for the squad, for the gallery, for the strategy overall. We've got a fair amount of essence out of that, which is great to see. Now, these lineups are a little bit different, right? These lineups are my limited All-Star lineups, and you can tell because of the goalkeeper. I've got high quality Kasper Schmeichels in here at limited levels. I just can't afford that many rare ones. And all my excess rare cards that didn't make any of the real teams or any of the important teams that you've already seen on screen come into these teams, right? Now, these teams, on this channel, I've got a membership where it's called, my Sorare club is called FC Barcelona, and you can get a season ticket for FC Barcelona. We do lots of gallery review stuff. I give away all of my limited cards that I win, except for Celtic ones, on this season only. Last season we did everything, but this year, if I get any Celtic ones, I'm going to keep them because they'll maybe help me win money and stuff. We give all that away to the channel members. It's £1 a week, £4 a month. We've got lots of other exclusive Sorare content and MFL, if you're into MFL, Meta Football League, which is like Football Manager basically, but a bit more grown up to kind of keep that succinct on point. And these teams have got really good players on them. We had 2 Alistair Johnsons down here. We had 3 Kasper Schmeichels and the Matt Freeze. All the goalkeepers scored incredibly well. And we had some good scores dotted around the place, didn't we? But sadly, it never quite done as well as we would have expected. The Celtic collection stack down here with James Forrest being maybe the fly in the ointment. Hatate, again, there's just not many midfielders to select from Celtic this season, is there? Got 500 limited essence. We already have some limited essence in the bag already. We got 100 limited essence out of the team with Burke Rieser and Javier Arriaga. Burke Rieser is playing at Norway now, with Molde having left New York, and Arriaga, when he left Seattle, he went back home to Ecuador. So that is a real global all-star backline there of 60 plus merchants, which is cool. Sadly, Aranguiz, who's back in Chile, DNP'd. I think that's the second game in a row. I was worried about that. The team is very low in the pecking order. Depay came off the bench. Balikwisha did as usual, got some AA, didn't get a decisive. And then we had a wee New York City collection stack down here, carrying a DNP Hannes Wolf that still brought in 250 odd essence, got into the top 3,500 spots, which is nice. This team has a lot of XP behind it, and yeah, it was good to see that kind of paid in. I also did a late arena entry. Now, I'm kicking myself because I could have put a late arena entry in for New York City, but I missed it, and I could have had a great old time with it. I missed it, opportunity gone. But then I got the notification that Scott Bain, the Baniac, was starting for Falkirk in their first game of the season, and I was like, brilliant. Have I got 5 decent starters? Let's throw them into uncapped arena so I get all my XP and all my collection score, and let's go for it. We got an okay score. Me and Stish were talking about it on this week's End Product podcast. 292. Can win some arenas. Sadly, it did not win the arena for me. This leaderboard was covered in Ezekiel Barcos all over the place. And yeah, let's claim our glory. Thanks a lot, Sorare, for the prompt. But yeah, let's just get stuck straight into it. How much did we win in total? We've got some level ups, which is cool for DNP Hannes Wolf. There shouldn't be any relegations, should there? Oh, it's streaks, so it's orange. So we've got our first one in the bag, $20 for 275 points, and we cleared that at an absolute canter, which is great. And then what do we have here? So we're getting just under 1,500 rare essence. That's pretty good going. Maybe is it more now with the bonus? Is that plus that? It might be, isn't it? So because of the vault, we're getting an extra 44 essence at rare, an extra 22 at limited. That's a really good going, I think, by the way. And Celtic did well, but we only won 1-0. It wasn't like a great game. So that's something. Good to see. Right, okay, so where to start now? We've got the wheel. This is what I want to start with first, is the wheel. I've saved up my tickets because in here we can get some more competition clues, and I've got enough spins locked and loaded where we'll get a golden one. So this will be a nice wee appetizer, a nice wee entree. If you've not done so already, you need to be smashing the like button on these reward videos. We've got so much RNG luck up for grabs. We need all the luck we can get. If you don't know already, Sorare own and control the internet. They can move through space and time. They know when you're watching this video, and they control how good my rewards are by how many likes we get. So help me, and they know that you've hit the like button, and they will reward you in kind. Help yourself and smash the like button. Get the luck up as we get through the spins, and we'll do our first crafts, and we'll be doing a limited craft for our first giveaway card for the FC Barcelona members. Now, I've heard a lot of people talking about the misses. I've had a few of them, but I've not had as many, I think, as everyone else. I think they've been quite finely in ratio for me. I don't want to jinx it too much. But there you go. Okay, cool. Now, this is a free spin. Okay, so we'll get 2 more. Now, a competition clue would be good. Anything like market credits and stuff is brilliant. Cards or quality, we'll be giving them away. If I get a card out of the spin, we'll give it away to the comment section of the video. Okay? You need to hit the like button. If you've not done so by now, it's you'll be the reason we don't get a card. And then we've got 1 more ticket to spin, so we'll see what we get from that. A clue would be good. Oh, blooming XP for limited. Yay. And then let's throw our next ticket away. I was going to save more of these up, but I ended up cashing a few of them in the hope. No, I knew I shouldn't have jinxed it. I spent some of them before coming on camera in the hope of getting some market credits, because I did go into the market and I did buy another card to reinforce Challenger for next week. I'll come and craft cards in a quick second, but next week we've got the return of all the stuff, which is cool, that we had this week, but also like, Turkey's back on. I think is maybe Portugal kicking about again. So there's a lot going on next week, and the teams we're going to be making for me and for the limited lineups that are just going to be winning you guys stuff is going to be a lot of fun this game week. But I am very light in midfield, so I went into the market. I'll just tell you this wee piece quickly. I went into the market and I bought a proper Streets Won't Forget card that I have been itching to own on Sorare. He got a couple of cards last year, and I only mean a couple. There's not even that many classic Taliscas, but he's got in-season cards as well, of course. This is a guy that, if you don't know Anderson Talisca, like, where have you been over the last, like, 6 years or whatever? He's back in Turkey, and I had to own one. He's in the same region as Celtic. If he plays, he's cool. So much fun is waiting to be had for him. So I did some of those spins, trying to get some market credits to make that more feasible. A big part of the payment for this was the streak from Contender, so I've tried to kind of reinforce the strategy with the streak money. And I think that's a really important kind of strategy detail for everyone out there, that when you're going along clipping these streaks, let's maybe just XP some people before I forget. You can use that streak money to actually reinforce your squad along the way. It's the main Celtic guys I'm looking to make sure are leveled up. Yeah, there we go. Tierney needs a bit, doesn't he? I guess we're looking at Ida to get everyone flying as much as we can. But yeah, let's get some crafting done now. So we've got 1700 essence lined up for limited. And I say this card will be given away to the FC Barcelona members who have got their season ticket locked and loaded. We've got 81% MLS essence and 18% contender. Now, as you'll remember, all the essence we just won are from All-Star. So I think like the neutral element doesn't come into the like actual equation anymore, does it? They're just like, the percentages will stay the same from whatever competition you've won them from, but your balance is just going to go up, isn't it? So high chance it's an MLS card that we're going to pull, slim chance it's contender. They will all be in season, and we'll be giving it away to one of you guys. There's a little bit left over, so we've kind of got a head start. If we can get some good runs, I've got teams out for midweek that I'll show you. We might get a quick one before the weekend as well, which will be fun. Or do we save it all just for next week, maybe? I'll let you guys decide. But I've not done any crafts so far this year. I'll also have 7,500 and some change in rare, which is good. Now the essence spread is kind of everywhere. Challenger, which is where Celtic are, is only around 13%, and I am kind of nervous that it somehow deletes my champion essence, even though there's no champion cards available. I'm hoping it just keeps the champion stuff on ice. But Sorare's official term on this, or their official stance, is that when I look at this now, that's for the next draw. After that draw, you also need to look again, and then this will display it again for the next draw. So I'm hoping, because of the fact that there is no champion or La Liga around, that doesn't ever get spent. So that'll be a bit of a learning point for us. Now, I don't know if I want to pull all 7,000 of this right now, but I certainly am going to do 2 of them at the very least. We've got some clues. I'm not too sure how they all work, because I know you need like so many of them to use them for rare or for super rare, etc. So I'm not too sure how much of them we can actually use. I am going to try and keep the clues for when it is like, you know, you're on for a good pull. I would be tempted to maybe go after all of this essence and throw it all out on this draw, but I am conscious that I will want to win a champ card quite quickly, so we'll kind of take it as it comes, right? Let's spin the first one first, and let's draw the first one, as I think that is a new term that we're going to use, isn't it? Let's see what cards we draw. Standard draw, pick a card to reveal. Now, I wonder if I click on this, will it just use one? Now, I know I've watched this on our people's before, but I think the whole rare and limited thing's been a wee bit understated. So will it use two of them? Interesting, right? I'm not going to do that then. We're just going to pick one at random, and we'll see how we go. Now, are any of them kind of calling to me? Are any of them kind of... I know they all look and feel the same, but if this is a standard draw, we know all these guys are in it. It's rare. Contender, challenger. I guess I do want to know the league, actually, don't I? Yeah, reveal league. I do want to know the league, because if there's a Scottish league, we're chasing it. We've got Austria here. I wouldn't... So the thing is, as well, is I'm on the first streak for contender, so a contender card wouldn't be bad. Argentina, I'm not too sure who that could be in terms of clubs potentially and stuff like that. Bundesliga 2 is brand new, fresh out the box. Could be a dud, but some of them are really duddy. We've got no idea if there's a star or anything in here. So what do we want? I don't think we want to touch Norway. KJ, yeah, we're kind of between Bundesliga 2 and Austrian Bundesliga. I'm going to go Austria. Oh, CD Jata, Harry Trades is doing a lap around the room here. And, you know, Matias Bueno, he's alright sometimes. Oh, Sergio Romero. Oh, the Boca goalkeeper. That would have been good, man. Oh, that would have been good. But otherwise, I'm not sure there was much in here, really. Maxime Chenot, Sofo. I think, yeah, that was a good clue. I quite like that. Okay, let's claim the CD Jata. I don't know if he's actually playing for Sturm Graz. I think he is, isn't he? Yeah, me and Harry were chatting about him. He was in a projected lineup. So that's cool. Another forward card in the region. That's nice. And yeah, it's taken up 2 of my competition spots here. Let's pull another one. Let's draw some more cards. I might do all 7 of these. But without knowing the league on all of them, like I kind of want to, it makes it very sketchy, very nervous. So I should have checked this before we went on. Yeah, that is shady, man. That is shady. It is taking away the champ and the La Liga essence out the equation. Yeah, that's bad crack. That's bad crack for me. Okay, let's just pick one of these at random. So I'm going to keep my clues in case... New York City guy. Matija Ilinic, I've already got one. A doubler is not... It's not entirely welcome, let's say, but it's definitely not a huge problem. Does Stefan Cleveland play? No, I think he's number 2, isn't he, to Brad Stuver. Oh, I seen Vasilj there and almost freaked out, but it's not the right Vasilj. Mark Anthony K is not bad, but yeah, it's probably as good as that draw was going to be. Another NYC card, another Ilinic. So yeah, I've got 2. Maybe I'll vault one. We're pulling another draw. I think I'm trying to go in. I think I'm trying to get a good room, and then we'll play our clues. Special tier 2. You're guaranteed at least a tier 2 thing, which is cool. And the essence split, so predominantly MLS. Like so, let's reveal. This is the best one we've had so far. So let's reveal league. Let's get the last one out there. Do we get Scotland? Yes, we do. We've got 2 Scotland. A nationality would be helpful in some cases, because if it's like, yeah, let's take a wee nationality reveal. This is great crack, isn't it? Oh, Belgian. Oh, so this is going to be Raskin or Engels. Let's take it and hope it's Engels. It's Raskin. Oh. That was good, but that was good. Raskin is probably not a cheap card, so that's probably a decent thing for me to sell. Lehan Bum, Jesse Lingard, Kieran Bowie. I'm very glad we used those clues. I think Raskin is going to be the highest value out of all of those cards quite clearly. So I don't mind that. So that gives me some great ammo to go into the market with if I can sell that. And that motivates me. We've ran out of clues a bit, but it motivates me to do another couple of pulls because, yeah, if we still got... We still have Challenger. Challenger's quite strongly in the mix now. We've lost a lot of clues. We've got nationality left. I'm going to keep that for when we get a good one. And we'll just pull a guy at random again like we did with Ilinic, and we get a dud. We get a 17-year-old guy that's still in the packet at Montreal. Oh, Johnny Shore. Wouldn't that have been funny? Jigga, another Rangers card. So that's 2 Rangers cards top left. We need to watch out for that. Brooks Lennon. Could have been alright. This guy is probably a nobody. So... Fine. Whatever. We've got 3 left. I feel like I'm doing it. I'm just hoping we get a good pool. Standard pool again. Let's go with this. Or this one. I wonder if we play around with it, if it freaks it out at all. Let's go with this one. Kosei Thompson. I hope this is a crap draw. It was. So yeah, we were always going to get something quite duddy, weren't we? Hope we get our good draw maybe. Come on. Good draw. Oh, that wee delay. I thought we were going to get something there. So let's see. Let's go with you. Renner. I think I've picked some of the same positions again. I don't know if that's good or bad. Dial can be handy, I think, can't he? Doohan. Oh, that'd have been good for the collection since they're all crap. See, because they're all crap, like, could you just go, oh, going to swap us? You know, I suppose it kind of takes the jeopardy out of the situation, doesn't it? Hopefully that Renner guy plays. Number 14 already, so that means people have been buying his card. 31 at pellets, and we've got 700 left. Let's hope we get a good draw, and if we do, we've got a wee bit of essence to pay for a clue. Nah, we don't. That's fine. I'm not going to waste the clue tokens I've got here, but let's go with this spot. I don't think we've taken this one yet. Tag Seth, that's alright. And do you know what? Like, Jovic is alright. Oh, Chris Brady, goalkeeper. 2 NYC guys. How many NYC players did I get drawn tonight? 4 or 5? Robert Taylor, he's got a wee bit of something about him, doesn't he? But hey ho, whatever. Now, because I had 700, maybe I should have scrapped. Like, who did I pull again? We've got limited ones still to pull, don't we? Like, see if I scrapped this guy. And the other guy would have maybe not. I don't know if I had enough for another craft. But there's a Raskin. We've had one of them cast a shadow onto the gallery. And if I won him just as he's DNP'd? Oh, of course I have. Of course I have. Well, maybe see if we can pull a wee market move with him. So who would we ideally want to swap a Raskin for? Around, McGregor. Right, so let's see. Can we find a McGregor? Nah, none secondary market. We could probably swap him for Arnie, but I think that's maybe a little bit of an under move, isn't it? And yeah, there's nobody else really in the Celtic team that's maybe worth even mentioning. Arnie Engels, like, because he sees he's not nailed. And I don't think Boys in the Hood will trade me. And Bebop Lula, not too sure what they'll think. So it's maybe one we need to sit on. I might need to list him in the market. I might need to wait for him to play a good match before I get him sold. Don't see an obvious kind of trade situation we can walk ourselves into here, sadly. It's Engels or McGregor, really, and I don't think, there's no McGregors listed. I think where he's auctioning at the moment, it's still above Raskin, isn't it, by a good bit. We'll see what we can do with that. TBC, because we have some other bits of fodder there. That CD Jata could be quite useful now for streaking in that region, which is cool if he's playing. Where is he? There. So he played this game week. What did he do? A 35 off the bench. Not great, I suppose. The boy Tagseth, how much does he kind of fly for now? Ugh, next to nothing. But I suppose for MLS in season that could be somewhat usable. And again, a bot will probably take that card off me. The Renner, who's also in the Challenger region. He's worth about 15 quid. Plays. What was his deal when he doesn't look like he's been a starter for a while, has it? Yeah, oh, well. Let's see what happens. Who knows what this guy's deal is. I'm not holding my breath on him, but last team defender, he could be alright. Maybe even just probably better to list him, in fact, isn't it? So cool, yeah, we've got a wee bit of market fodder. I suppose we can list a bunch of these guys. Kosei Thompson plays, that'll help. We haven't not played in a wee bit, but he has played. And then this guy, Guboglo, defender at Montreal. Very young, so it's one of those ones you can just maybe just seal him and forget about him. But yeah, good crack. I like that. Okay, so we're on to limited now, and we have learned our lessons, as it were. We've used all of our tokens, and now we can see for the essence like what we're going to get here. Now, I think if I can use the clue to help, I will. I'm really crossing my fingers and toes that we're going to pull something good for the members here, and I hope it says guaranteed star. Special star, 1 star guaranteed. No freaking way. Oh, we're guaranteed. Oh, no way, guys. How buzzing is this? It only takes one of these. Oh, brilliant. So we're getting a star nationality. Okay, now it has to be. Oh, when we've got 9 minutes, it has to be. My essence is. It's not showing now, isn't it? But it was MLS and Contender, wasn't it? It must have been Contender. So MLS star rares that are American are probably goalkeepers or like Jordi Mihailovic. A Danish player feels like someone in the J League to me. The German one is probably going to be Kai Wagner. or a Bundesliga 2 card. The Mexican, the Japanese. I think the German one is the best one to go for, because I think it's going to be Kai Wagner or Litwanizek. Another nationalities I don't think help us. So let's go German. This is for you guys. Oh, what a way to start the season for the season ticket holders. If you're not a member, you can do so by clicking the join button. But this is going out to the members. And it's Karius. Cool, that's fine. A playing goalkeeper at the beginning of the season. That is pretty solid. And you know what? Special star, one guarantee. Oh, wow, so there was only one star and we pulled it, I think, because there's no way. Like, I love Arturo Osaka as much as the next guy, but there's no way that him or any of these other jabronis were stars. So we pulled the star. How amazing is that? Let's claim it. Loris Karius, well done. And we're going to give that away to one of the members. Now, we'll be doing a lineup builder stream and a gallery review stream this week, so we'll set all that up through the member content. It will be aimed at the lineup building show that we're going to be doing on Thursday. So if you're a member, make sure to tune into that one, because we'll be giving away this box fresh Loris Karius, pulled out, proper bit of fishing there out of the star category. I've also got this Manquillo that I really need to give away. It's not really a useful card, but maybe one you guys can vault it or something. So we'll have that to do. That is brilliant. Oh, that's got me buzzing now, because we've got 700 essence left in the limited for you guys for the giveaway stuff, right? I've got some rare teams. I've got Haksabanovic and Palma up front together, which I just thought was so funny when I seen it. But I've also got 2 limited lineups. We went double Matt Freeze. The defence is pretty weak on both of them. They've went double forward, and again, they're quite questionable, but the midfielders are quite, stable enough. So I've got no idea how these teams are going to do. But if we can scoop around 300 odd essence in, we'll be drawing cards again for you guys, which is great. And then this weekend the lineup builder show we're going to do on Thursday, a big part of that is going to be you guys deciding the limited teams to try and, like, you seen how much essence we caught this game week. We can surely do better than that with a bit of groupthink, and you guys kind of deciding where my mistakes are and getting them ironed out of the teams or whatever. So it should be an even bigger game week next week, a bigger weekend for giveaway to the members as well. So be sure to check that out when we're live on Thursday, of course. This has been a great little, it's a bit of a shame that we've pulled a Raskin rather than a McGregor, but it's certainly a valuable card, and I think with a few of these other ones, we'll probably be able to wrap them up and maybe either sell them into the market, make a trade happen, or something. But I like the added utility we maybe get out of the Renner. And the CD Jata just takes a wee bit of pressure off of like some of the back-end Celtic guys I've got here for that third team. It maybe even brings us into the 4-team question kind of situation here. And yeah, wouldn't you just know, we win a blummin' Raskin just as he gets blummin' dropped. But it might not be he's dropped, but Russell Martin's comments at the weekend were quite damning, and now he's not playing this game. Might be a tactical thing. I could see that. Rangers at point of recording have went 1-0 up. And Diamande, Lyle Cameron. Yeah, Lyle Cameron came in for praise, so yeah, it probably is. Raskin dropped at point of recording. Let's see what happens come the weekend. Thanks everyone who's tuned into this one. On screen and now is some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. If you haven't done so already, guys, please do hit the subscribe button for more. We're very close to 12,000 subscribers, and I'd love it if we could smash through that goal together as we get ready for the big leagues in Europe coming back, of course, as well. Get into the comment section, let me know how you did this game week, how you did this weekend. And stay out of trouble. I'll catch you around. Take care. Bye-bye.